When I was debating what schools I should apply to my senior year of high school, and eventually what school I would enroll at, I didn't question whether or not I would be involved. I had been involved every year of my high school experience and knew that once I arrived at Southern, I would roll up my sleeves. I wanted to be part of clubs. I wanted to have school spirit, and I wanted to feel passion for my fellow classmates, the curriculum, and my school as a whole. When prospective students attempt to decide where to go to college, they look at the school's literature, website, ranking lists, handouts, and possibly talk with current or past students to help influence their decision. At usnews.com, colleges and universities are constantly ranked based on numerous categories to try and make prospective students' decisions easier. Any sort of internet search can find colleges that suit your specific needs, wants, and desires for a college education. What there isn't a lot of is what a school is lacking in and needs to improve. I can't think of any school that flaunts its negative aspects or wants to reveal its weaknesses, per se, to prospective students. Schools want to highlight what they deem to be rewarding and desired qualities and try to appeal to students through their campus's beauty, friendly faculty, small class sizes, high quality selection of food, and a bunch of other categories. And even though a school may be ranked highly, it still may not be the perfect school for you. While you watch this video, I want you to think back to the dreadful application process and think, would you change anything now? In order to have school spirit, the student has to be devoted, have found their place, and feel passion for their institution. The students have to believe in their school just as much as the school believes in its students. An issue I think Southern has is that they truly don't believe in their students. I feel if Southern did believe in their students, more would be involved, therefore would feel pride for their school, and have more of a sense of belonging. I've heard from various groups of people, commuters and on-campus residents, that Southern is like a community college, or even worse, taking 2 steps back, like high school. Now why is that? Why does Southern not truly feel like a college? This is the first time most of us are showing our independence and are truly in charge of our own destiny. We and the rest of the student body make or break our experience. Although there are resources on campus, clubs and organizations, dormitories, and a newfound sense of freedom wafting in the air, that is not what makes college. So what does then? My aunt Anastasia Andrzejewski is a graduate of Barnard College and the University of Oxford. When I was applying to college, and even today as I am preparing to transfer for the fall, she was very helpful and influential. One piece of advice she still stresses to me is to get involved. She says that if you get involved, you will meet people similar to you, become an active member of your school's community, therefore gain a sense of pride and feel more fulfilled as a student. Her freshman year, she attended the University of Wisconsin and ended up transferring because of a similar situation I face: lack of involvement, sense of pride, and sense of ambition among the students and faculty. She wanted to be challenged and pushed to succeed, and wanted to attend an institution which preached those values. This isn't just an issue students here at Southern face then. Universities all across the globe, private or public, 4-year or 2-year institutions, are all facing similar problems. The Southern website declares, with more than 100 clubs and organizations, great athletic teams, exciting campus programs like lectures by nationally recognized authors, politicians, and influential humanitarians, homecoming, spring weekend, bus trips, movie nights, dances, step show competition, karaoke nights, poetry slams, comedy nights, and much, much more, there's always something fun and interesting happening at Southern. One of the reasons I personally decided to live on campus was because I wanted to feel that type of spirit 24/7. I wanted to be able to be involved, and I wanted school to be my main focus. I could have very well kept my job from my junior year of high school and certainly have gained more to put on my resume, but I decided against that for the sake of wanting to be involved and an active member of my school community. Out of the 8,496 undergraduate students at Southern, 2,728 live on campus. With 5,768 students commuting, over half of the undergraduate community, it is difficult to get these people involved. Since not everyone is forced to live on campus, people have the choice to decide whether or not to get involved, and those who commute most likely are less involved with out-of-class activities because, frankly, who would want to make the trip back and forth? It's a hassle. According to the Southern website, our school has 145 clubs and organizations on campus. So how do we get more college students involved? That is the question I hope to solve, not for the sake of this video, but so I can see if something actually can be done that has not yet been implemented. In high school, people were involved either because they wanted to make their college applications look impressive, their school required that they get involved, their parents and or teachers forced them to be involved, or because they actually enjoyed doing it. Think about your high school experience. Which one of these answers applied to you? Studies have shown a correlation between students and involvement in out-of-class activities. Claudine Van Rub, principal of EDU Plan, a college admissions consulting firm, said having a vast array of options regarding extracurricular activities can be positive for the type of student that is able to navigate many options, network, and really connect well with others. A recent national survey found that students who participate in activities outside the classroom feel more rewarded with their education and are more likely to remain in college. Students who are actively engaged are more likely to have higher educational ambitions than uninvolved students as well. Also, getting involved helps people meet others similar to them, makes them feel more connected to their school, makes you a well-rounded person, and gives you experience working with groups of people to complete goals. Being part of an athletic team or going out to support them is to some more appealing and an easier way to be involved. With 29 different sports teams here at Southern for men and women, fans and athletes can partake all year round. Another easy way to be involved is to go to shows and lectures that are held around campus. All events are aimed to get students involved and to interact with those around them. At other schools around the country, events are widely popular and schools want their students to network and communicate with one another. My friend Maya is a freshman at Wellesley College. Students are told to be future world leaders and are prepared to give to society. Pressure is put on students to follow their passions. The average schedule for students involves 4 classes, that way they are able to excel and get involved on campus. Not only do they promote being involved on campus, they support any type of activity which matters to the individual. My friends Caitlin and Jen both attend Dartmouth College. Their college stresses the importance of being exposed to all types of information and involvement to stretch their boundaries as students, as well as members of society. One of the most popular events, which occurred this year, was the Republican presidential debate on October 11th. Students cannot complete solely academic work to fulfill their duties as students. The administration is extremely flexible to their students, so they have opportunities to explore in out-of-class activities. Dartmouth also promotes the idea of community, so students throughout the summer go on trips together meant to bond. A group of 15 or so students spend a minimum of a week together, hiking, whitewater rafting, exploring, and surviving together. The trip hopes to connect people with those around them, to teach them to make the most of their experiences in relationship with others, to take initiative, and to take risks as well. My friend Gabby is a freshman at Tufts University, and she says that her school promotes diversity. Students were told to arrive at school 2 weeks earlier before the actual academic classes began. Students were then put into groups of 15 and were given community service projects to complete at daycares, senior centers, recycling firms, and any other places in need of assistance. The point of this orientation was to not only show how diverse the school is, but also to give students the chance to network with one another and bond while doing good for the world. A mission statement gives insight as to what the school's goals are and sums up what the students should expect. Southern's mission statement is, Southern Connecticut State University provides exemplary graduate and undergraduate education in the liberal arts and professional disciplines. As an intentionally diverse and comprehensive university, Southern is committed to academic excellence, access, social justice, and service for the public good. Do you think Southern lives up to its mission statement? I personally want to attend a university which has values and prides itself on its students. I think it's unimaginable and counterproductive to try and force students to be involved, especially if they don't want to be. That defeats the purpose. What we need to do is change the mindset of people, the students and faculty. Now, I don't know how to solve this problem. I mean, how can one change people's mindsets? For one, I think if Southern had higher expectations and clearly outlined them in their mission statement, that could help. I think if we all reassessed our values and what we truly want out of our college experience, more would also become involved. Earlier, I asked you to think back to what you would change. Would it be the school itself, the people you hang out with, what you do in your spare time, whether or not to live on campus? We've made numerous decisions this year alone, important ones at that. It's not too late to change any of these decisions if you're unhappy. Nothing is definite. Take action, stand up for what you believe in, and bring awareness to things you want to change. If no one speaks up, nothing will ever be different. Through this video, I'm speaking up and hopefully hitting some nerve with all of you. There are things I want to change and I want to experience, and that is why I am transferring. If you're watching this and have not met a group of friends yet, are not challenged or bored, or want to make a difference, the solution is simple. Get involved and be proactive.